Welcome back to the CryptoWorld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, the price of Bitcoin is still trading in this sideways price range in the short term, which could be forming a new pattern on the larger timeframes that we need to pay attention to. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment. Definitely stick around. First of all, just giving you a really quick update here on the 4-day Bitcoin chart. And right now, as of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is still within the larger multi-month long bullish trend. But at least as of right now, once again, we have not yet confirmed a weekly candle close above this important resistance at approximately 31,000. So at least for now, this is still the important resistance to break above. And while the price of Bitcoin is yet to break above that resistance with confirmation, technically speaking, this giant cup and handle pattern is not yet active. It is not in play, but it has completed the formation phase. We just need to wait to see a confirmed breakout above this important resistance. And now, if you're taking a look at the daily Bitcoin chart, once again, the price of Bitcoin is still running into this important resistance, and we also have that small bearish divergence still currently playing out, at least in the shorter term, which basically means we should not really be expecting a lot of bullish momentum in the imminent short term, and instead we're likely going to experience either some choppy sideways price action or potentially a slight pullback in the short term, kind of like what we've seen over the last 1 to 2 weeks. And now, as I've said recently on the channel, this could potentially continue for at least the next few days, possibly over the next week or so. But while this is happening, while the price of Bitcoin is cooling off from all of that previous bullish price action, this is helping to reset the daily Bitcoin RSI. And as I've explained in more detail in previous videos here on the channel, when this RSI resets down towards these lower levels, that basically gives us some more room to the upside later on to potentially continue that larger bullish trend. And so this is why we need to see pullbacks during a bullish trend, or even just periods of sideways consolidation before heading higher, because usually on each of these major legs to the upside, we see the RSI enter into overbought territories, telling us we're due to see a cool off of some sort, which helps to reset the RSI, gives us some more room to the upside for the next leg to the upside. So of course, this is how trends go. And right now, just in the shorter term at least, we're still in that phase where we're basically cooling off, resetting the RSI to potentially get ready for that next leg to the upside if we confirm a breakout above 31,000. And as for the daily Bitcoin MACD, this is still currently showing a bit of short-term bearish momentum, as it has recently crossed in the bearish direction. But with that being said, it is still showing relatively low momentum, which basically means even though it has experienced a bearish cross recently, we should not exactly be expecting a massive crash or a massive dump anytime soon in the short term. And so once again, this is why I said earlier, I would not be surprised if we end up seeing a little bit more, either some choppy sideways price action or a bit more of a short-term pullback, not really a massive crash or anything. And now, while we're on the daily time frame, taking a look at those Fibonacci extensions, once again, they have not changed over the last few days. So the next important Fibonacci extension above 31,000 is this level sitting at around 37,000, which basically means if we first confirm a breakout above that 31K level, then next we should be looking towards around 37,000 based on these important Fibonacci extensions. And now, what's very interesting about that potential $37,000 price target is the fact that that is also around the price target for this possible bullish flag pattern that is forming right now in the short term. Obviously, we are experiencing a lot of choppy sideways price action in the short term, which is basically forming a parallel channel, obviously after that extreme bullish movement, which is technically a bullish flag formation. And if you're measuring out the technical price target for this bullish flag, if we confirm a breakout above that resistance at approximately 31,000, then that sets up a technical price target at around $37,000. And so obviously this is now two separate things pointing towards $37,000 as the next point of interest, as the next important resistance and price target to the upside if we first confirm a breakout above 31,000. 31,000 approximately, which as of right now, obviously has not yet happened. So at least for now, while the price of Bitcoin is still below this important resistance, just in the imminent short term, once again, I'm still relatively neutral while we're still in this choppy sideways price range. And as for short-term support and some other short-term resistance, looking at the 3-hour Bitcoin chart, we still have this area of support sitting in between around 29.9k to 30.1k, which, by the way, if we see a confirmed break back below around 29.9k with multiple candle closes below that level, then that would actually help to invalidate the formation for this bullish flag pattern. So obviously, if that happened, if we saw a confirmed break below this support in the short term, that would lead to a shorter term bearish trend, but not necessarily a larger bearish trend. If you're talking about the larger trend, this could still be bullish even in that scenario, because obviously it is possible to see a short-term bearish trend within a larger bullish trend. But anyway, heading back to that 3-hour Bitcoin chart, and this area of resistance just here, by the way, is sitting in between around 30.8k to 31k, with this level of resistance sitting at approximately 31.3k. So basically, if we start seeing a confirmed breakout above 31.3k on these smaller time frames, that could be a potential signal that we are actually breaking above this important resistance. But as I said earlier in the video, to become more confident that we're really breaking out above this significant resistance, we ideally need to see a weekly candle close well above 31,000. But anyway, now getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the daily ETH to US dollar chart. And right now, as I'm recording this video, the price of ETH is technically still within this larger multi-month long bullish trend. And the price of ETH is also still holding above this important area of support, sitting in between around 1770 to 1820. And as for the daily Ethereum price oscillators, right now the daily Ethereum RSI is looking relatively neutral, while the daily Ethereum MACD recently crossed in the bearish direction. But with that being said, like I said for Bitcoin earlier in the video, this is still showing relatively low momentum, which basically means we should not be expecting a massive crash or a significant dump in the shorter term, and instead we're likely going to see mild price action in the shorter term, nothing too significant. And now, just staying on the daily time frame, taking a look at the Fibonacci retracement tool from swing low to swing high, we have that 23.6% Fibonacci level of support sitting at pretty much exactly 1820. So once again, that is the important support to pay attention to on the daily time frame. And below 1820, we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level of support at around 1640 approximately. And now, if you're taking a look at the 12-hour ETH to US dollar chart, technically speaking, this bearish divergence is still currently active, because at least as of right now, the 12-hour Ethereum RSI is still currently trending to the downside, forming lower highs and lower lows. And obviously, the price of ETH is yet to make a new higher high here on the 12-hour time frame above this previous high, which once again means this bearish divergence is still currently active, meaning we shouldn't really be expecting a lot of bullish momentum in the imminent short term. But with that being said, as I said around 2 days ago now, we do have a possible hidden bullish divergence here on the 12-hour time frame, because as you can see, we do currently have confirmed higher lows in the price of ETH in the 12-hour candle closes, while also confirming lower lows in the 12-hour Ethereum RSI. And so once again, this is known as a hidden bullish divergence, which is actually a trend continuation pattern pointing towards the continuation of the bullish trend. But with that being said, technically speaking, a hidden divergence is usually not as strong as a regular divergence, which means it's possible we could see a slight bullish relief in the shorter term due to that hidden bullish divergence. But it's unlikely we're going to see a massive move straight to the upside anytime soon based on this hidden bullish divergence alone. So in order to expect much more bullish price action again, we really need to invalidate this previous bearish divergence by seeing signals like, for example, a breakout in the RSI above this descending line of resistance, or if we start to see a new bullish trend form in the 12-hour RSI, like for example, seeing higher lows and higher highs begin to form, that could help to invalidate this previous bearish divergence. divergence. And obviously, if the price simply creates a new higher high above this previous high, that would also invalidate this previous bearish divergence. So basically, the situation right now for the price of ETH is that on the larger timeframes, we're still within the larger multi-month long bullish trend. And right now, we're basically taking a pause from that trend to help reset the RSI, for example, on the daily time frame. And we could potentially continue this pause from the bullish trend, or this reset, or this short-term cool-off, whatever you want to call it, potentially over the next 1 week or so, based on this bearish divergence still currently being active. But just in the imminent short term, talking about potentially the next few days, we could see a slight bullish relief in the imminent shorter term here due to that hidden bullish divergence. And now that could potentially be dangerous for the price of ETH if we do only experience a slight bullish recovery over the next few days and then eventually come back to the downside, because in that case, we could be forming a potential head and shoulders pattern here on the 6-hour time frame, because as you can see, we already have a confirmed left shoulder and a head, and right now we're potentially forming the right shoulder for this head and shoulders pattern. And so all we really need to see is a little bit more of a bullish recovery potentially over the next few days, and then come back to the downside, back down towards around 1820, in order to complete the formation phase for this head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern. But then in order to confirm the pattern and really activate the pattern and set up the technical price target to the downside, we would then need to see a confirmed break below around 1820 after forming that right shoulder. So at least as of right now, it is technically forming, but it is not yet completed and not yet active or in play, which basically means it's something to pay attention to and to be aware of while it is potentially forming, but it is not something to currently act on, because once again, it is not currently confirmed. And now, if you want to know how to make a lot of money in crypto very easily, no matter if the price is going to the upside, to the downside, or simply chopping around sideways like it kind of is in the short term right now, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how to make money if the price is going either up or down using artificial intelligence, and the video in the bottom left shows you how to make money very easily in a choppy sideways price range. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.